Normally in Dark Souls, in order to cast a spell, you need at least one Attunement Slot, either through leveling or even equipping a Seance Ring. However, with a bit of many shenanigans, you can actually get a Phantom Attunement Slot that even persists through restarting the game. To start though, we do still need a Seance Ring to temporarily gain an extra slot. After equipping all the spells we desire, we then can remove the Seance Ring right before a cutscene or loading screen. The timing is fairly forgiving, and confirming the warning that we'll lose the spell from our last Attunement Slot moments before the screen transitions should result in a Phantom slot. We still have all of our spells, but our status screen now shows one less Attunement Slot, and that we no longer have the Seance Ring equipped. Going a step further, if we perform the glitch while swapping rings, instead of just removing one, we'll see that we also get the effect of the new ring, effectively working as a third rank slot. While that's all you really need to perform the glitch, there are some interesting details to dig into. First, viewing the equipment screen causes us to lose the Phantom spell that we had, likely as some recalculation gets triggered as we no longer have the Seance Ring equipped. Luckily, most other things in the game don't seem to cause this, so we can freely warp between bonfires, trigger cutscenes, defeat bosses, save and quit, and even restart the game, all while keeping the extra spell. Next, if we select the Attune magic screen at the bonfire, we still get the insufficient attunement slots message if we only have the Phantom slot. This makes sense as the game has appropriately updated the slot count, but just hasn't removed the spell appropriately. Assuming we had any attunement slots before the glitch, we can enter the Attune magic screen, but it still feels a bit odd. Since the slot count is still tracked correctly, we can't actually interact with the Phantom slot to either remove or change its spell. Even the valid slots are awkward, as the game is still ensuring that we don't use too many slots after any changes. Swapping a 1-slot spell for another isn't valid in this state, but swapping a 2-slot spell for a 1-slot is. While perhaps obvious, removing spells is also valid, though all of these actions effectively remove the glitch state. Going back to triggering the glitch, the most convenient time to do so is while warping between bonfires, though that of course requires having the Lord Vessel. Sadly, warping with Dark Sign, Homeward Bones, or even the spell Homeward all block changing equipment, so early game the only option is using cutscenes. Boss cutscenes like those for Gargoyles or Quellegg work, but so do other cutscenes such as Ringing a Bell of Awakening, or even the first crow that brings you to Firelink, though that last one is only really useful in New Game Plus and beyond. Trying to extend the glitch further, it's worth noting that the Ring of Favor and Protection behaves similarly while unequipping during a transition. It also has a confirmation prompt, and if we use an external program like DSR Gadget, we can see that our health is not immediately recalculated. Sadly, however, this isn't particularly meaningful, as our health is reset before we regain control of our character, and the ring is still destroyed. This may leave you wondering when the glitch is actually useful, especially as regularly swapping rings can give a similar result. While that is true for situations such as bringing a single cast of a spell used before a boss fight, a Phantom Attunement slot gives a bit more flexibility, as we can keep the extra spells even after swapping rings. One example that I wish I found before doing a recent run is that we can actually get normally unobtainable amounts of casts. We can do so by performing the glitch with 2 Seance Rings equipped, and swapping one for the Dustcrown Ring. With the maximum 10 attunement slots from leveling, 2 from the Seance Rings, and 50% more casts from the Dustcrown Ring, even the Hydra at New Game Plus 11 can be brought down with a single continuous spell swap. This just shows that even with its limitations, the Phantom Attunement glitch is still quite intriguing, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to it. If you're also fascinated by glitches like this, consider subscribing and checking out another video. Perhaps an explanation of another great glitch, or whatever video YouTube thinks you'd like best. Until next time, take care.